Welcome to Easy Language. Learn language easily. Let's start. Story 1. The Secret Garden. Emma lived in a small village surrounded by hills and forests. She loved exploring the outdoors, climbing trees, and watching birds. But there was one place she had never visited, the old mansion on the hill. People in the village said the mansion had been empty for years. Its garden was overgrown with wild plants, and no one dared to go near it. One sunny morning, while walking through the forest, Emma saw a wooden gate hidden behind tall bushes. She had never noticed it before. Her curiosity got the better of her, and she pushed the gate open. Emma stepped inside and gasped. She was standing in a beautiful, abandoned garden. The paths were covered in moss, and the flowers were wild and colorful. A fountain stood in the center, but it was dry and cracked. Birds chirped from the trees, and a squirrel ran past her feet. "This place is magical," Emma whispered to herself. She walked deeper into the garden and saw a small wooden shed. Inside, she found old gardening tools, pots, and packets of seeds. An idea popped into her head. "I'll bring this garden back to life." The next day, Emma returned with a bag full of tools and gloves. She started by clearing the paths. It was hard work, but she didn't mind. She pulled out weeds, swept away the leaves, and planted new flowers. Each day, she worked a little more. At first, no one in the village knew what she was doing. But one afternoon, her friend Mia followed her to the garden. "What are you doing here?" Mia asked. "I'm fixing the garden," Emma said. "Do you want to help?" Mia nodded, and together they planted seeds and cleaned the fountain. Soon, more children from the village joined them. Everyone wanted to help. As the weeks passed, the garden began to change. The fountain started working again, and flowers bloomed in every color. The garden looked alive and happy. One day, an old man appeared at the gate. He had gray hair and a kind smile. "What's happening here?" he asked. Emma stepped forward. "We're fixing the garden," she said. "Who are you?" "I'm Mr. Henry," the man said. "This mansion belonged to my family. I moved away many years ago. Thank you for taking care of this place." Mr. Henry told them stories about the garden and how his mother had planted many of the trees and flowers. He was happy to see it alive again. The garden became a special place for everyone in the village. Mr. Henry gave Emma and her friends permission to keep caring for it. Emma learned that hard work and teamwork could turn a forgotten place into something beautiful. Story 2. The Mysterious Music Box. Liam loved going to his grandmother's house on weekends. Her house was full of old books, strange objects, and stories about her adventures. One Saturday, while exploring the attic, Liam found a small wooden box covered in dust. "What's this?" Liam asked, bringing it downstairs. His grandmother smiled. "That's an old music box. It used to belong to my mother. It hasn't worked in years." Liam turned the key on the side of the box, but nothing happened. "Can I try to fix it?" he asked. "Of course," his grandmother said. "But be careful. It's very old." Liam took the music box to his room and examined it. The wood was carved with tiny flowers, and the key felt smooth from years of use. When he opened the lid, he saw a small ballerina figure that was supposed to spin, but it was stuck. He found a screwdriver in the kitchen drawer and carefully opened the bottom of the box. Inside, he saw tiny gears and springs. One of the gears was rusty. "Maybe this is why it's not working," Liam thought. The next day, he went to the hardware store with his dad and bought a small bottle of oil. He cleaned the rusty gear and put everything back together. When he turned the key again, soft, beautiful music filled the room, and the ballerina began to spin. As the music played, Liam noticed something strange. Inside the lid of the box, there was a small piece of paper he hadn't seen before. It had a drawing of a star and some numbers. 12, 7, 15. What does this mean? Liam wondered. He showed the paper to his grandmother. She gasped. This was my mother's handwriting, she said. She loved puzzles and riddles. Maybe this is a clue to something. Liam was excited. Let's solve it. Together, Liam and his grandmother searched the house for anything with a star. In the library, they found an old globe with a small star drawn on one corner. Liam turned the globe and found a hidden compartment. Inside was a key. The key had a tag with the number 7. What's next? Liam asked. His grandmother thought for a moment. Let's check the chest in the attic, she said. They opened the chest and found another note. Well done. Now look under the bed. Under the bed, Liam found a small box. Inside was a beautiful necklace with a locket. His grandmother opened the locket and showed him a picture of her parents. This was my mother's favorite necklace, she said with tears in her eyes. Thank you for helping me find it. Liam felt proud and happy. He realized that sometimes, fixing something small can lead to big discoveries. The music box wasn't just a broken object, it was a key to a family memory. Story 3. The Soccer Champion. Alex loved soccer more than anything. He played every afternoon in the park with his friends. He dreamed of becoming a professional player someday. But there was one problem. Alex wasn't very good at scoring goals. Don't worry, his best friend Sam said. You're great at passing. We all have different strengths. Still, Alex wanted to improve. His school's big soccer tournament was coming up, and he wanted to help his team win. Every morning before school, Alex practiced in his backyard. He set up cones to dribble around and used a wall as a goal. His older sister, Mia, sometimes helped him. She was a great player and gave him tips. Keep your eyes on the ball, she said. And don't be afraid to take a shot. At first, Alex missed the goal every time. But as the days passed, he started to improve. He learned to aim better and kick harder. On the day of the tournament, Alex felt nervous. His team wore blue jerseys and lined up on the field. The crowd cheered as the referee blew the whistle. The game was tough. The other team was fast and strong. By halftime, the score was 1-1. Alex's team needed one more goal to win. In the last few minutes of the game, Alex got the ball. He dribbled past one player, then another. The goal was right in front of him. Shoot! His teammates shouted. Alex took a deep breath and kicked the ball as hard as he could. The ball flew past the goalkeeper and into the net. The crowd erupted in cheers. Alex's teammates lifted him on their shoulders. You did it, Sam said. You scored the winning goal. Alex couldn't stop smiling. He realized that all his hard work had paid off. He wasn't just a dreamer. He was a champion. That evening, Alex's parents took him out for ice cream to celebrate. I'm proud of you, his dad said. Not just for scoring, but for never giving up. Alex knew he would keep practicing and chasing his dream. That day, he learned that with effort and determination, anything is possible. If you enjoy these stories, please like, share and subscribe for more.